Afghanistan, From Buddha to Burqa by Kanys Kriti.
The monasteries of Kapisa shine with golden spires. The land echoes with the chants of 10,000 monks. Temples and schools flourish, and even kings bow before the Buddha. That's how Xuanzang, a Chinese monk, described Afghanistan in the 7th century. A land of saffron-robed monks, Hindu temples, Zoroastrian fire altars, where women were scholars and spiritual freedom was sacred. So what happened? How did this cradle of wisdom become a graveyard of freedom? Before Islam, Afghanistan was a crossroads of civilizations. Buddhist, Hindu, Zoroastrian. Cities like Balkh and Kapisa were filled with libraries, temples, universities. Xuanzang wrote about thousands of monks debating science, metaphysics, and philosophy at Nava Vihara. Women taught Sanskrit, children studied logic. The Bamyan Buddhas carved in the 6th century stood 175 feet tall, guarding the Silk Road. Afghanistan was a spiritual superpower until it wasn't. From 652 CE onward, Arab Muslim armies invaded. Over 2 centuries of jihad, the land bled out. Buddhist monasteries were burnt, Zoroastrians convert, flee or die, Hindu kings beheaded, Sanskrit scrolls destroyed, women and children killed or forcibly converted. By the 11th century, Islam became dominant, not by faith but by force. Afghanistan didn't fall overnight. It was bled over centuries. In 2001, the Taliban blew up the Bamyan Buddhas with dynamite and anti-aircraft guns. Not by mistake, by scripture. Today, girls over 12 can't go to school. Women are banned from parks, gyms and universities. Art, music, photography outlawed. Hindus, Sikhs expelled or forcibly converted. Afghanistan didn't fall into darkness. It was dragged into it by ideology. When the Buddhas were destroyed, not one Islamic country intervened. The OIC stayed silent. UNESCO sent Pakistani clerics to reason with the Taliban. They were laughed out of the room. Why? Because this wasn't a misinterpretation. It was a continuation. The Taliban followed scripture and no scholar could deny it. Afghanistan wasn't colonized by the West. It was colonized by an idea. An imperial religion that turns goddesses into ghosts and free women into property. So the next time someone says Islamist violence is a reaction, remember Afghanistan, a land that once taught the world, now hides its daughters, flogs its poets, silences its soul. This is what happens when Sharia becomes state, when the West forgets history. Afghanistan didn't just fall, its entire soul was conquered.
International Day of Persons with Disabilities, Wednesday, 3rd of December 2025. Every year, 3rd of December is officially recognized by the United Nations as the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. It has been observed globally since its proclamation in 1992 under UN General Assembly Resolution 4730. The day promotes understanding of disability issues, supports the dignity, rights, and well-being of persons with disabilities, and raises awareness of the importance of inclusion in all spheres of life: political, social, economic, and cultural.
forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.